Hello there, and thanks for visiting the Varykino YouTube channel. I'm Kristy.
And I'm Matt.
We're long-standing Star Wars fans who live and breathe Star Wars every day.
Welcome to another installment of Our Week of Star Wars, a series recapping the Star Wars fun we've had during the past week. First up, we spent the weekend closely monitoring the internet for all the Star Wars news that was coming out of the D23 Expo that was held in Anaheim, California.
The main entertainment news panel primarily covered 3 upcoming Star Wars projects: Andor Season 2, The Mandalorian and Grogu film coming to theaters, and of course the Skeleton Crew release coming to Disney Plus later on this year. Sadly, the Skeleton Crew trailer was the only footage that was made available to public outside of the convention. That is now available to view on places like Disney Plus and YouTube. The footage that was shown in the Andor Season 2 and Mandalorian and Grogu movie segments were only shown for those physically in the room. They're not available to watch online. There are some good descriptions, and we covered more of this in our specific video about the D23 Expo news, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But I was really excited to finally get a trailer for Skeleton Crew. It was kind of interesting that we actually got a Lego Star Wars set revealed for this. It was available to buy before we even got a full proper trailer. But at least we've got a release date. We're starting to get some merch, a proper trailer. I'm really starting to get really excited about this release in December.
The app game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a game that we both play on a daily basis. We've been enjoying and talking about all of the new characters that have been being added recently from the Ahsoka series. The most recent of these is Captain Enoch, and we got the full kit reveal for him in the past few days.
As with the other characters recently added to the game from the Ahsoka live-action series, these will all be required to unlock the Galactic Legend version of Ahsoka Tano coming in the near future. I am loving having all of these fantastic characters from the Ahsoka series in one of my favorite Star Wars games. The artwork and kit for Captain Enoch looks really fun. I can't wait to play the launch event and add him to my collection.
In terms of recent purchases, well, we've got a slightly different discussion this week. Interestingly, a local supermarket chain, Woolworths in New Zealand and Australia, is running a campaign entitled Disney Worlds of Wonder.
This is a range of trading cards that you can collect by purchasing groceries, getting a pack for every $30 you spend in store. And of course, this is Disney, so we have the 4 pillars of Disney for this range: Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. Each of those 4 groups, there are 27 cards for each sort of pillar to collect, which means there are 27 Star Wars cards to collect for free just by doing your regular weekly grocery shopping. We picked up an album each, so we're ready to start filling that out. We are Disney fans as well, so we're keen to collect the rest of the cards, but the Star Wars ones are our focus. We've already opened a few packs. We've pulled some really cool Star Wars cards. It's interesting that the cards and characters for this particular collection are focused on the original trilogy, the prequel films, and the Mandalorian series. I thought it was kind of interesting that Disney's own sequel trilogy is not featured in the range of cards available. Characters include Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, The Mandalorian, Grogu of course, Bo-Katan, and many, many others. I'm especially excited because I really like to see the prequels represented here. We have Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, we've got characters from Attack of the Clones, Queen Amidala's even in there. I'm really excited. We've pulled some really cool cards, and of course we want to complete a Star Wars set each.
Yeah, it's always great when there's some sort of Star Wars promotion running that means you're going to get Star Wars collectibles of some sort just by doing something that you'd be doing anyway, purchasing groceries. And of course, trading cards are just imminently collectible, so we will of course be going for a full set. The set of 27 Star Wars cards is made up of groups of 3, each in a different art style, and on the back of each group of 3 there is a location or vehicle with additional trivia.
So while we technically don't need to buy these cards, we're getting them free with our groceries. We perhaps are going to buy maybe a few more groceries in the next couple of weeks to make sure that we get as many packs of cards as we can to ensure we get the full set of Star Wars cards for our collections.
Unfortunately, we've got a few friends and family that aren't Star Wars collectors that will be donating their cards to our collection. Okay, so let's round up the YouTube videos that we have uploaded to our channel in the past week. We opened 2 3.75-inch vintage collection figures.
the deluxe Dark Trooper from The Mandalorian, and the standard carded figure of Morgan Elsbeth from the Ahsoka live-action series.
And we also opened up 2 Funko Pop vinyl collectibles.
The special edition Emperor Palpatine, released for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and the deluxe Luke Skywalker with Tauntaun that we recently picked up at our local Armageddon Expo convention. I also opened up the Star Wars Unlimited Shadows of the Galaxy 2-player starter set. While the cards inside the set are a pre-built pack of 2 decks, it was really fun to finally see the artwork in person. Some really cool cards. Can't wait to play with these 2 pre-built decks.
And as we mentioned earlier, we also had a discussion about all of the Star Wars reveals at the D23 Expo that was held over the past weekend. We go into a lot of detail, rounding up all of the news from the presentations and panels at that event,
as well as news about Star Wars additions to the US Disney parks, new Star Wars skins in Fortnite, and some in-person experiences for the lucky convention attendees who were there in person.
On that note, thanks for listening to another episode of Our Week of Star Wars. We appreciate you taking your time to listen to us.
And stay tuned for another episode next week. And as always, may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.